A very special thanks to Nintendo UK for providing us with this review code. 3 incredible classic Mario games have finally come to the Nintendo Switch in the form of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a limited release featuring Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy all in one package. So, just how is this collection made to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary? Is it truly an all-star collection, or should we simply boot up the original releases of these games? My name is Tris, and let's take a look in this review of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, as an important note to start, I've played all 3 of these games before, countless times, as many of us have before. Therefore, I won't really be reviewing the quality of each individual game in this collection, meaning we won't be having a story section for this review. With that out of the way, let's jump right into gameplay. One of the most notable parts of any 3D Mario title is its gameplay and movement options. It's what keeps the game engaging and entertaining, after all. As a whole, Super Mario 3D All-Stars allows each of these 3 games to be played with the same controllers for the first time ever. Whether you play with Joy-Con, handheld mode, or Pro Controller, each one feels relatively similar and familiar, which definitely helps the experience. Let's take a closer look at the gameplay of each. Starting with Super Mario 64, I have to say I'm rather impressed with how well it plays. I've had issues with the Virtual Console releases of the game before, feeling that playing it just didn't feel right, such as some input lag on controls. Playing the game on the original N64 back in the day was always great, but that hasn't really been replicated yet. Don't even get me started with the controls of Super Mario 64 DS. When it comes to Super Mario 3D All-Stars, however, whether I was playing with the Joy-Con or in handheld mode, I can't think of a time when Super Mario 64 has felt this smooth. Outside of playing on the original release of the game, I feel rather confident in saying that this is the best gameplay Super Mario 64 has had. Sure, it's built off of the original Japanese release, meaning that speedrunners can't enjoy their backwards long jumps in the infinite staircase, but I don't personally believe that's a deal breaker. The button mappings make sense, and it's really easy to get used to, even for veterans of the game. Moving on, let's take a look at the more controversial Super Mario Sunshine. Given that the Switch doesn't support the GameCube's analog triggers on its controller, many wondered how this game would work. After spending the time to not only 100% the game in less than 24 hours, but also do a casual speedrun of the game, I can confidently say that these controls are great for this game. More advanced gameplay options, such as what fans call the shotgun spray and the grounded spinning spray, are much easier to perform than they were on the GameCube controller. It definitely took me a little bit to get used to FLUDD and the camera controls no longer being inverted, but I actually like this change. Beyond adapting the controls of Super Mario Sunshine to the Nintendo Switch, there aren't really any other changes made to the gameplay. There are still plenty of glitchy, messy levels all over the place, making for hilarious, if not frustrating, experiences. Another thing to note about Mario Sunshine is performance, with dips in the frame rate. Now, for the most part though, this was present in the original game, as I went back and tested. Generally, slowdowns would occur when chasing Shadow Mario if too much water was being sprayed, such as with that shotgun spray, but this is not actually exclusive to 3D All-Stars. What does seem to be a unique issue to 3D All-Stars, however, is this noticeable slowdown when opening up the map menu. I'm not particularly sure what causes this, and it didn't ruin the experience for me at all, but it was definitely noticeable and kind of strange sometimes. As someone who has played Super Mario Sunshine countless times over the last 2 decades, I had to say that this new release in Super Mario 3D All-Stars has become my favorite way to experience the game. I don't want to go back to the original GameCube release of Sunshine. I'm very happy with this one. It not only perfectly captured the gameplay of the original release, but also made the entire gameplay experience much more smooth with the new set of controls. Before moving on to Super Mario Galaxy, I want to talk a little bit about playing in handheld mode. I found Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine to both run just as pleasantly as they do when playing docked. I was surprised to find just how much I enjoyed having access to both games in a portable format as well. So, let's talk about Super Mario Galaxy. This beautifully iconic space adventure can now be experienced on a traditional controller for the first time, though it will still require a certain level of motion control. Let's break this down a bit though. Now that the game is on the Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Galaxy changed up its controls most drastically of the three in this collection. While the authentic Wii experience can still be replicated by using two separated Joy-Con and shaking the right Joy-Con to spin, much of the game has also been mapped to non-motion controls. The Y button can be used to spin, for example. The game also makes use of the IR sensor in the right Joy-Con to stimulate the cursor using motion controls. When playing in handheld mode, however, the touchscreen is used for the cursor, and the whole system is tilted for motion controls. I'm not really a fan of how Galaxy plays in handheld mode. I think what ends up becoming a potential over-reliance on the touchscreen makes the game become a bit too slow, and it hinders the overall experience. So, Super Mario Galaxy is a game best kept in docked or tabletop mode for the best gameplay experience. Personally, while I prefer the Joy-Con motion controls, like a nice throwback to the original Wii release, I do also really like how the game translates to the Switch controllers. From a gameplay perspective, Super Mario 3D All-Stars manages to keep true to these original games, capturing the charm and mechanics that made each of these games so strongly beloved by Mario fans. For the most part, the controls translate very nicely to the Switch controllers, and the games feel just as good as they did originally, if not better. The presentation behind Super Mario 3D All-Stars is where things may get interesting. Or perhaps not. As the Mario 35th Anniversary Collection, this game brings Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy to the Nintendo Switch. It also brings the official soundtracks to each game, accessible via the main menu. Now, I love the soundtracks to these games, so their inclusion definitely makes me happy. The thing is, though, that's really it. The main menus have a nice golden theme to them as they present each game and soundtrack, but beyond that, they take a very minimalistic and simplistic approach. The music player for the soundtracks are also pretty basic, though you can listen in sleep mode, which is a nice touch. Beyond the soundtracks and collection of games, there isn't anything extra that screams anniversary about this game. No concept artwork gallery, no behind the scenes into the makings of these games, but I digress. This is a review of what's here, not what isn't here. So, let's go into something that this game does great. All three of these games look really nice on the Nintendo Switch. Super Mario 64 has never officially looked better. Everything looks really clean and really nice. Super Mario Sunshine, while definitely looking a little odd in its up-res cutscenes, definitely looks really nice during gameplay. Now we have that beautiful water, which has rarely been topped in any other Mario game, in HD on the Switch. Super Mario Galaxy arguably looks like a modern HD game. Its art style just holds up so strongly. Some changes were made in each game as well, such as some new UI to display the updated controls. As far as the presentation behind the three games in the collection, I personally couldn't have asked for much more. I'm glad the experiences behind such iconic games were preserved, rather than changed. While I wish the collection as a whole had more to offer as an anniversary game, just the fact that these games are here is enough for me. After months and months of speculation, rumors, and theories, Super Mario 3D All-Stars has finally arrived, allowing many to re-experience their favorite 3D Mario game of their childhood, or, for many others, finally experience one that they missed out on. While there's definitely reason to be annoyed at the limited availability to purchase this collection, I personally believe that the experience makes up for it. If you're a fan of any of these three Mario titles, I definitely recommend this collection. If you've missed out on any of these games before and want to give them a try, this is definitely the way to do it. I am incredibly confident in saying that this is absolutely the best way to experience these three games in this modern era. I strongly recommend Super Mario 3D All-Stars, even if it doesn't feel like the best way to celebrate an anniversary to some. Before we go, I'd like to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons. If you like this video, give us a like. Want to share your thoughts on the game? Leave a comment below, or let us know on Twitter or Discord, which you can find links to in the description. Make sure to subscribe to Source Gaming for more, and always remember to return to the source.